The 10 questions with Gemma Dale. Gemma is the, your actual title is Director for Investor Behaviour and SMSF at NAB Trade. However, Gemma, you're actually doing this not on behalf of NAB, but on behalf of Gemma Dale. Gemma has been on the podcast 1,002 times before. You've heard her on other shows. Welcome to the 10 questions, Gemma.
Thank you for having me.
All right. What makes a successful investor in your mind?
Oh, good question. Job number one, get started. I will say there are many of us, inclusive, who have some fabulous theories, but it's the practice that makes it work. Honestly, long-term strategy, long-term plan, and sticking with it. Such a boring answer, but it's true.
Love it. Super or non-super investing and why? So we're talking additional other than SG.
Yeah, okay. Depends on your age. Again, okay. Boring answer, but very much depends on your age. I'm not pro-super for people under a specific age, and that's because the preservation requirements are really strict. You know, you have to be retired and, you know, for the vast majority of us over the age of 65 in order to access it. And if you're 45 and you have other commitments or there's any risk in your life that things will change and you may need money that you don't currently need, I just think even though the tax treatment is so attractive, you need to have some liquidity. Liquidity matters, and it's the legislation prevents you from accessing it for good reason.
And I guess the realistically, anyone in their 20s now coming online with the 12% SG rate, most people are going to actually have enough super to really have a dignified retirement if they particularly can get into a house and, you know, have that happening. So
yeah, I agree with that. And I think also people lose sight of the fact super is amazing, but our retirement system is predicated on the idea that you own a home. So if you desire to prioritize it. Don't worry about your super until you've got yourself sorted.
Love it. Extra on the mortgage or invest it?
I hate debt. It makes me uncomfortable. It again depends on your cash flows, right? If you have a very secure job and you are very comfortable that you will always have sufficient cash flow to meet your mortgage requirements, easiest thing to do is work out what after-tax return you would need to get in order to make paying off the mortgage less attractive to you. When rates are low, you can kind of chase the market. When rates are high, it very rarely works out on an after-tax basis that paying the mortgage off isn't the better strategy.
And we're kind of in that annoying zone at the moment where rates are medium. Yeah. What do you think the biggest barrier stopping people investing or getting started is?
I think for young people, it's just being able to find the extra capital you need and the extra cash flow you need. You know, if you're just starting out and you've got a large university debt and rent's really high and you've just got your first job, it's hard to find the money. You know, there's always something you want more than the wealth, I think, for a lot of people, but do what you can, make it work.
No worries. Do you have to be smart to be good with money?
Quite the opposite, actually. The simplest strategies can be the most effective, and I find a lot of highly intelligent people make life really hard for themselves by getting too much information.
Because they're waiting for perfect.
Waiting for perfect, and they're second-guessing everything, and they've got 400 data points to make a single decision. I don't think being more intelligent helps at all.
What is your definition of success, and have you made it?
Oh, so my husband and I talk about this a lot, that our definition of success in the future will be being able to help our kids to the extent that we want to.
And if they're not little turds.
If they're not rotten. But again, that would be on us, so I don't know who we blame if they are, right? But, take the holidays with the kids, go do the great stuff with the kids and be able to enjoy our retirement at the same time. That would be success.
So you're still working towards that. It's cool.
Not quite that old yet, Glenn.
If you have a spare $10,000 today, I slid this envelope across the table, what would you do with it and why?
Interesting. I am at the stage where I would invest it. Not quite at the stage where I wouldn't think about spending it.
Cool. Got 3 to go.
Mm-hmm.
What has been your best investment to date?
Oh, really?
And there's no right or wrong questions.
Yeah.
If they are wrong, though, I will tell you.
You got it wrong. Sorry, it was rubbish. Terrible answer. Do you know? Okay, I'm going to give a really left field one. I didn't choose this myself, but goodness me, I recommend it to a lot of other people. One was the career path I chose. Going into financial planning and wealth management was good luck as much as good management, and I think it's just an incredibly privileged position to be in, to be able to see the impact of the decisions that you make in other people and what that does long term. And then the other one, again, not one I made, I went to a primary school where they focused a lot on public speaking. And I can't begin to imagine how different my life and career would be if I had not developed that skill really young.
Yeah, that's a good answer. What are you currently reading or listening to?
Oh, so reading, I've got 3 separate books on the go, which is not a good idea. I do have Andrew Ross Hawkins' 1929, which I'm really excited about because I'm a nerd. But I've just started it. I was reading Ray Dalio's Why Countries Go Broke, and it's a bit dry, and so I've got to put the fun stuff in to keep it going.
Watching anything cool on streaming services?
Don't watch a lot.
I've just started the new Robin Hood on Stan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Another Robin Hood, but anyway, it's good.
Yeah, well, we need them. We need more Robin Hoods. There's never enough.
Okay, so you don't really get the time to watch something?
Don't watch a lot, and often it's what my husband convinces me to watch. He watches 100 things, and then I'll watch like 5 of them if they're really good.
Last question. Are you ready?
Nearly. Yes.
Okay. If there was one book people should read to be a better investor, what would that be?
I'm not going to be specific, but there's a whole lot of books. Okay, it always depends on your situation, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole lot of books that follow exactly the same model. Yours is one, which I love, right? Which is basically, this is how to get yourself sorted financially. Do these things in this order.
Yeah, and you won't break it.
Yeah, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
My very strong recommendation, if you are confused or concerned, is find one of those books that speak to you. People will find an author that speaks to them and that tells the story in a way that they appreciate and that resonates with them, and just do that. Big believer. If you are not confident doing it yourself, get a simple strategy and run with it.
Love it. Well, Gemma Dale, from herself today, but during the day she allegedly works at NabTrade. And,
allegedly. I do work there a lot.
The ATO say you do. Well, thank you so much. I don't know if this will go up before the full-length episode that we did with Gemma or after, but there you go. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you so much for having me.
See you next time. Bye.
Any advice is general financial advice only, which does not take into account your objectives, financial situation, or needs. Because of that, you should consider if the advice is appropriate to you and your needs before acting on the information. If you do choose to buy a financial product, read the Product Disclosure Statement, PDS, and Target Market Determination, TMD, and obtain appropriate financial advice tailored to your needs. Simo Interactive Pty Ltd, the publisher of this podcast, and Glen James are authorised representatives of Money Sherpa Pty Ltd, which holds financial services license 451289. Opinions or comments from any guests on the podcast are theirs and not those of the host or the publisher or their respective license holders.